Tanya from Cooking with Plants, and today I'm making matcha ice cream with baklava sprinkles. So for the first part of this recipe, I'm going to do the sprinkles or the topping for the ice cream. And what I'm doing is just grinding this all in a little coffee grinder or a little blender. But you could also just chop all this up by hand if you wanted to. It would just be a little bit more coarse than doing it in a blender. So I've got 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. To that I'm adding 1/4 cup or 1/4 cup of almonds. You could also use pistachio nuts or any nuts that you prefer. And next I'm adding 2 tablespoons of pecan nuts. You could also use walnuts if you have them on hand, if you like them. Oops. And finally I'm adding 2 tablespoons of cane sugar juice, but you could also use coconut sugar for this as well. So this will actually make quite a lot of topping or sprinkles that you can use, but I like to just make a larger batch and keep them on hand. It's also really nice to put on oats or porridge in the morning. So I'll just give this a big blend up. Okay, and just make sure you don't grind this too long because it can then turn into nut butter, which you don't want for your topping for this ice cream. So that's the first stage done. Let's get on to the matcha ice cream. Okay, so to make the matcha ice cream, you'll need a food processor. And what I'm starting with is some frozen bananas. So I've broken some ripe bananas into pieces and put them in my freezer, just in a plastic bag or a plastic container. Any freezer friendly container that you have is fine. And these are now going into my food processor. So probably about 5 large frozen bananas. So what I'm doing next is I've got 1 tablespoon of matcha powder. So matcha powder is a premium Japanese green tea powder. It's full of antioxidants and really, really good for you. So that is what is going to give this ice cream a lovely, lovely green colour. So if you wanted to, you could also add in some pistachio nuts and have pistachio chunks through there, so it really looks like a pistachio ice cream without putting loads and loads of nuts in there. So I've put 1 tablespoon of the matcha powder into a container, and I'm just going to add a little bit of hot water to this just to stir it up and get it all pureed before I place it in with the bananas. Okay, so that's probably about a tablespoon of water that I've added there. So that is going in over the bananas. Okay, so next I'm adding in about a tablespoon's worth of maple syrup. Actually, I might put 2 tablespoons just to sweeten it up a little bit more. So you could use agave syrup or even some apple juice in this works well, or some apple puree. Okay. And I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then finally I'm going to add, today I've got coconut milk, which is actually mixed with some rice milk. So it's actually more rice milk than coconut, even though it's called coconut quench. So I'll probably add about 1 cup's worth. I'll just measure that out. Actually, I'll start with 200 ml. And I'll just do it in this same container that I had the matcha mix in, just to get a little bit more of that mix out of this container. Just pour that in. Okay, and this is ready to process. So just start by pulsing it and just gauge the moisture level of the ice cream. So I'm just going to have a quick look at this, check the texture and that everything's blended through. That looks absolutely delicious. Yum. This is just such a quick and easy and a healthy way to make a vegan ice cream. And you can just do it even if you've got guests that come over unexpectedly. Just do it at the last minute. It's fantastic. Okay, so I'll just turn the power off on this. Take this blade out. And just make sure you scrape all of this yummy ice cream off the blade. And just give it a quick stir through just to make sure everything is mixed well. And then this is ready to serve. So I've got an ice cream scoop here. Serve it out. I might add a tiny bit more maple syrup over the top. Ooh. And baklava sprinkles. Ew. Yummy. May as well use this spoon to give this a taste test. Yum. So quick and easy. So if you wanted to use a different type of milk for this as well, use any plant-based milk that you have, or even, like I said, for the moisture, use apple juice instead of the milk, or you could use some coconut water. Just a really simple recipe for ice cream, and you can just flavour it up however you like. But I love this combination. So enjoy today's matcha green ice cream with baklava sprinkles. Oh, so yummy, I want to eat it all now. And if you want to print this recipe, you can at cookingwithplants.com, and also join me on Facebook at Cooking with Plants, and I'll see you for the next recipe. Bye.